Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. You're watching day 18 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. I'm Toby and you're watching Whiskey Shared. Welcome to day 18 of my mystery whiskey advent or dramvent calendar. In this series I'm blind tasting a whiskey a day in the lead up to Christmas, and these whiskies are part of my sample collection, most of which have been sent to me by members of the whiskey community. My wife has kindly selected one a day for me out of, well, over 100 samples, so I don't know what's in the glass. She's poured them blind, and the blue glass makes it more difficult to work out what's in there. I don't want the colour to sway my decision. So I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it, and I'll have a stab at what I think it is. Shall we find out what I'm drinking? On to the whiskey. So before I start nosing, if you'd like to play along with me, then just keep watching and you'll find out what's in my glass when I do. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. Right, so this is peaty. This is slightly burnt rubber. It's strong peat smoke. Really does have that sort of, burnt peat character. That burnt rubber and sort of burning vegetation. Yeah, it's really noticeable. It's the first thing. There's also lots of salt. And so far, not much else. Possibly some vanilla sweetness and maybe some citrus, but not entirely sure. That peat smoke is really, really dominant, and well, often that's all you want from a peaty whiskey. But yeah, there is a hint of vanilla sweetness in the background, so let's see if the palate reveals any more. Okay, so I don't think it's very high ABV. The peat smoke is quite dominant. It does coat the mouth really well. It's almost like burning tyres. That sort of that sort of breathing in a bonfire that's had tyres thrown on it. It's got lots of vanilla sweetness. So the two things I picked up on the nose are really quite dominant on the palate. But as it starts to fade away, that's turning into more like smouldering wet wood. Sort of somebody's thrown a wet log on the bonfire at the end. Maybe you've run out of wood and you want to keep it going and it's not really working. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up now. Let's see if I can get anything else. Okay, I'll get a little bit more, not much more, but with a bigger sip, you get that wafty smoke that fills the palate, that burnt rubber note, which is one I'm not very fond of, because it isn't too strong. It is there, it's present, but it's not too strong. This is quite palatable. The sweetness is lovely. It's not overly high in ABV. I don't think it is probably over 43. And I'm getting quite a nice malty note in the background now. That's lingering on the palate with a little bit of pepper, but not much. So those combination of flavours are really quite nice, but it's not too high ABV, which is quite nice. But there's lots of wafty smoke with it, which is really quite nice. If I had to guess, I'd say this is probably something like an Islay whiskey, possibly Lefroy of some sort. Lefroy is the only whiskey I get a burnt rubber note in normally, but yeah, this could be anything, I suppose. So I'm not really sure what it is, but that's going to be my guess. Shall we find out what's in my glass? Okay, so not completely off, but not close enough. It's a Kilchoman, and I'm not sure how you pronounce this. It's Am Bùrach or something along those lines. It's 46% ABV, which I'm really surprised based on how that's interacting with the palate. I'd expect that would have been lower. It is an Islay whiskey. Kilchoman is from the Isle of Islay. But yeah, that's quite a nice whiskey. I really am surprised that it's 46%. Very drinkable, very sweet, and that smoky note is not too dominant with its burnt rubber. So it's definitely one I'd consider drinking more of. If you want to join me again tomorrow for day 19, then please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sláinte. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.